Welcome back. Follow if you are watching me on TikTok and subscribe if you are watching me on YouTube. Welcome back. If this is your first time meeting me, my name is Roosevelt. I am an international student recruitment officer representing 4 Canadian Institute. So today we are going to be talking about United States of America, how to answer interview questions, visa interview questions, be it a visitor visa, be it an F1 visa, be it a J1 visa or any other visa type. There is a format to answer interview questions. They don't just ask you a question and you answer because you want to answer. You have to prepare very well for your visa interview so that you do not get your answers wrong. As you already know, most of USA visa interviews are normally or maximum 5 minutes. Yeah, you don't have time. They might even give you 2 minutes, 1 minute, and you're done. So you have to prepare very well so that you don't mess up your answers. Your answers must align to what was filled on your DS-160. I'm talking about the visa application form itself. So take note, when filling your DS-160, make sure to memorize all the response because most questions are being asked based on your DS-160 application form. Please, just a reminder that this video is for educational purposes only. It's for those that are having upcoming visa interview, those that are preparing for their visa interview. I am not an immigration lawyer, neither am I a visa officer, so please take note, this video is only for educational purposes only. Before you book your interview day, before you schedule an interview, you must have filled your visa application form. That is the DS-160 form for non-immigrant visa. You fill it if you are going in for a visitor, if you are going in for studies, if you are going in for a J1 summer camp program. It all depends on the visa category. So generally, non-immigrant visas are filled using DS-160. That's a visa application form for non-immigrant visas. Now also you have to pay your MRV fee. That's a visa application fee which is non-refundable. As of now, I think it was raised from 96,000 to 112,000. So depending on which country you are located, you might want to pay cash, or you might want to pay using a debit or credit card. Taking the case of Cameroon, you normally have to pay at the nearest Ecobank. Once your visa application fee has been confirmed by the embassy, they will redirect you to where you will now book your appointment. Now, once the appointment has been booked and confirmed, now on your D-Day for your visa interview, you cannot afford to mess up. Remember, you have maximum 5 minutes, and in most cases 2 minutes to talk about your case and you are done. So you cannot afford to mess up. Just a reminder, there is no particular format on how these questions will be asked. You might even get on the D-Day of your visa interview, and the visa officer, they have very funny way of asking questions. They can just ask you, why are you here today? So the simplest answer should be, I am here for my visa interview. Straight and simple. Don't go and give an extraordinary answer that I've never heard before. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you the most common ways or the most common questions you are likely to get on your visa interview. So the very first question you are likely to get is, may I have your passport, or can I have your passport? You don't just take and give. No. While giving to the visa officer and while looking inside his or her eyes directly, eyeball to eyeball, you can say, here you go, or here it is. You hand over the passport to the person. You don't just take and give. So you have to take note of this little errors. The second question you are likely to get is, what is the purpose of your visit? What is the purpose of your visit? Remember, your statement or your answer must align with what you fill on your DS-160. I'm talking about the visa application form. Before you even book the interview, that's the first form you have to fill. And they'll also ask you there, what is the purpose of your visit? You should be able to give the same response. It should correspond. Immediately you say something different from what is on your DS-160, forget about it. You are likely to be denied. Automatically, you are likely to be denied. So please take note. When they ask you, what is the purpose of your visit, you should give a response that aligns with what was stated on your DS-160 form. The third question you are likely to get will be, for how long will you be in the United States? For how long? if you are going on a visit or for tourism. Remember, all these questions were already asked on your DS-160. You should know, because on your DS-160 they'll ask you expected arrival date and expected departure date. Therefore, you should be able to know the length of your stay while in the United States. So they'll just ask you for how long will you be in the United States. You should be able to give in days or in months or in years. The fourth most common question they might ask you would be, have you ever traveled out of your country before? If you have never traveled, say no, I have never traveled. And if yes, if you have traveled, you list the countries where you have traveled before. Remember, this same response were also asked on your DS-160. So whatever you fit on your DS-160 should be corresponding with what you're actually saying. They must be aligned, like they have to be making sense. Once anything doesn't make sense, it becomes suspicious and it reduces your chances of getting the visa. So if you answer the question as no, you have never traveled before, the visa officer might want to ask you an additional question like, okay, why are you choosing America for your first travel? Why? You should be able to give a very simple response. You did not travel before because you do not have any reason to travel. Period. Simple as that. You do not have any reason to travel. Now you are going to America because you have a reason to travel. Maybe you are going for business, if you are going for studies, if you are going for whatsoever reason, you have a reason to travel. You do not travel elsewhere or to other countries because you do not have any reason to travel to those countries. The next question you are likely to get will be, what do you do for a living? You should be able to have proof of what you do. If you're a business person, you should be able to have your business license with you. If you have a job, you should be able to have a contract of employment. And if you're going for a visit, you should be able to have another document, leave of absence. I mean, you should be able to back up that, okay, or a permission letter that you will not be around for work. So as simple as that, you should be able to provide all these necessary supporting documents. They might not even ask you, but just have them. It's better to have them there and you are not asked than not to have them and you are being asked. The next question you are likely to get will be, who will be paying for your expenses? Who is taking care of your expenses? If you claim that you have a job and you have a contract of employment, alongside you have a pay slip to prove that you have been receiving salary, you should be able to say that you'll be taking care of your expenses by yourself. Please take note, this is where people always mess it up. Take note, if you have a job, you have a contract of employment and you're earning some money, you should be able to take care of yourself. It will not add up if you say your father or your mother or your uncles are taking care of your expenses and you're claiming that you have a job that is paying you money. So where is your own money going to? It means you're still dependent. You're not even dependent. So there's no need for you to travel. But however, it all depends on why you're traveling. If you're traveling for business purposes, that means your company is taking care of you. That is different. But if you're traveling for your personal interest or for your personal reasons, automatically you're supposed to take care of your own expenses. It's very normal. You should be able to take care for your own expenses. I don't see why a relative will be sponsoring you to go and take care of yourself or to go for tourism. It wouldn't even add up. So take note of these little mistakes. The next question, please pay attention to this question. It's very, very important because normally with the United States, the question is, where will you be staying while in the United States? If you are going for tourism, remember when filling your DS-160 application form, they always ask you, do you have immediate family members in the United States? It is assumed that when you have family members in the United States, you are likely not to get the visa. Instead, because they might think that when you get there, you go and stay with your families. So most of the time, people tend to lie that they don't have family members in the United States, that they don't have any immediate family members. It is okay to stick by your lie if you are lying that you don't have any family member. But now, if you are being asked this question, where will you be staying in the United States? Do not mess up the answer by saying that you'll be staying at so and so person's house, your auntie's or your uncle's house. So be very, very careful if you are being asked where will you be staying in the United States and you are like, I'll be living with my uncle, my aunt, my brother, my sister located in, let's say, Maryland or Texas, wherever they might be. So it's already a red flag. So you should be able to give proof of accommodation. You can book a hotel Do not use the addresses of your